What's good? What's good? It's the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxing. Got back at y'all with another one, man. So I got Terence Crawford in the news, and as you guys can see, this is a pretty dumb boxing group, and I'm calling out all BS. All right. So shout out to Boxing Habit for making the dumb boxing group of the list. It says very weak opposite. It says, well, describe Terence Crawford's career so far. They put disappointing, very weak opposition, avoided Errol Spence for 5 years straight, and ducked Boots Ennis. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and speak on that, right? First and foremost, for anybody, I'm tired. Like, listen, if you watch my channel, you know I was going for Errol Spence, right? And I still love Errol Spence. That's my dog. But what I don't like is when people have to lie on other people just to like stuff. It's like, bro, and I'm not trying to make this about race. I'm not. But it's just, I can only call what I see. It just seems like, bro, with black fighters, bro, like, for example, somebody like what's the dude Inoue, right, can be pound for pound, right? Now don't know, like, bro, nobody can. I mean, I'm just being honest. I already think it's weird as hell that a grown man could come in weighing at 115 pounds and all this type of stuff, right? But it just like, bro, somebody like Inoue can come in or whatnot, and I guarantee you, can't nobody, majority of the people that's listening to this can't name 3 fighters that this man done fought without Googling it. I can, but it's like, but one of the names that I'm gonna name is actually one of my favorite fighters, but he was way past his prime, and that's Nonito Donaire. But you know what I'm saying? Like, guys like that, guys like Usyk, who another one of my favorite fighters, Usyk. But like they everybody gives them credit for everything, right? Usyk, and which he deserves. Usyk deserves his credit. In a way, it's really cold, but I don't really like. I wouldn't put him number 3 pound for pound. But Usyk deserves that credit, bro, right? But Terence Crawford has accomplished everything that Usyk has accomplished and more. If you are talking about, you know, the divisions, granted, you know, Usyk is at cruiserweight and heavyweight, but it's like, bro, Usyk gets all the credit in the world, right? Usyk gets all the credit in the world, and that's perfect. But it's like Terence Crawford, people want to just belittle Terence Crawford. Oh, he waited to fight Errol Spence after the accident. Let me go ahead and debunk that right now. Just listen to this right here.
He ain't did nothing in the welterweight today. When he get a belt, you want to go over there. Keith Thurman want to go over there, and now y'all want to say, "Oh, I ain't fought nobody," but I got a belt now, so
okay.
why?
Okay. Sean Porter got a belt too.
So now
Sean Porter got a belt too. Sean Porter. So why would I go to the easy road and knock Sean Porter out? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I?
Look at this dude.
Why wouldn't I?
You a smart man, but not that smart.
Bro, I'm gonna crush you.
Now, for those that need a little bit more clarification, Errol Spence, Terence Crawford was pretty much saying, you know, I got a belt, so why y'all should be trying to fight me now? And Errol Spence said, well, Sean Porter has a belt too, so why not take the easier road? Now, I did have to clarify this too. When Errol Spence said, why take the easier road, he wasn't saying like the easier fight. He was saying because Sean Porter is with the PBC, it would be easier to make that fight. So why not go ahead and take the easier fight, and then I'll come see you. As a matter of fact, Errol Spence has said on numerous occasions that he's going to clean up his side of the street, then come see Terence Crawford, right? As you just heard in that video. So how do people have the audacity to, and then here's my other thing, right? Many people, including myself, consider Errol Spence to be the A side because he was the bigger draw. And I will say at the time, I did feel like Errol slightly had a better resume. Slightly, not anymore, but I did feel like he slightly had a better resume. So many people felt like Errol Spence was the A side. Errol Spence stated himself, the A side, stated himself that, you know, like, I'm gonna clean up my side of the street, then I'm gonna come see you. So how do y'all have the audacity to blame that on Terence Crawford? That doesn't make any sense. How do you sit there and say Terence Crawford waited for Errol to get into the car accident and then fight him when you just heard Errol Spence say himself that let me clean up my side and then I'll come see you. Let me fight Sean Porter. Let me go ahead and, you know, fight my, you know, the guys with the PBC, because both of them are you know, Sean Porter was signed with the PBC. Your Dennis Ugas was signed with the PBC. Let me clean up my side of the street, then I'll come see you or whatnot. So how is that Crawford's fault? That's not Crawford's fault. Many people want to talk about how Crawford signed the deal with Top Rank or whatnot, right? Okay, yes, he did sign a deal with Top Rank, but bro, that has not in a big fight, that has not stopped anybody from working with each other. PBC has sent fighters over to Top Rank to fight, bro. Look at Sean Porter, right? The same person that Errol Spence was talking about. Sean Porter, they were able was able to fight with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? Under Top Rank when he fought Terence Crawford and many more. Actually, if I'm being honest, Terence Crawford fought Felix Diaz, who was signed with the PBC. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even the only person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, that stops. I love Errol Spence to death. That is my guy. I'm a bigger fan of Errol than I am of Terence Crawford. But one thing, I'm still a huge fan of Terence Crawford. And one thing y'all not gonna do is y'all not finna sit here and try to diminish this dude what he done. If it's one, it's just rare people like me that's gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is or whatnot. Now, as far as Jerron Boots goes, that doesn't make sense to me either. You say he ducked Boots. Now listen to this, right? I call it a duck is if you fight somebody. If you're fighting somebody less than the person that they're claiming that you ducked, then that's a duck, right? So, but in this situation here, check this out, right? Terence Crawford just became undisputed at 147, right? Israel Madrimov has a title at 154. What? So let's do the math here. Terence Crawford moves up to 154 to fight Israel Madrimov because that adds on to his legacy. What in the world does Terence Crawford get out of fighting Jerron Boots Ennis right now? Absolutely nothing. Jerron Ennis was not at the time not even a big enough star to have a draw power like that, where they could even possibly be on pay-per-view. Plus, the Israel Madrimov fight was held by Turkey, and we all know Turkey is giving out that money. So not only does he get a bigger payday fighting Israel Madrimov, but he also adds on to his legacy. Where is y'all's common sense at? Because why would you not take that opportunity? That's just like saying Jermell Charlo ducked Tim Tszyu. That doesn't make any sense because Jermell Charlo moved up to fight Canelo. He's fighting getting a bigger bag, and if he would have won, it would have added on to his legacy. So why would Jermell fight Tim Tszyu when he could move up, where he can fight a fight where he gets paid more, and if he wins, the prize is bigger? That's Terence Crawford with Jerron Ennis. I know y'all gonna say, oh, well, that's Canelo Alvarez. That's completely different. Yeah, Canelo Alvarez is a bigger star than everybody that I just mentioned, right? But at the same time, at the end of the day, bro, it's still the same. Like, fighting Madrimov adds on to Terence Crawford's legacy. Now Terence Crawford can say that he's a 4-division champion. Fighting Jerron Ennis does absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, majority of you same guys that sitting there calling for that fight would have just came back and said, bro, he fought a young Jerron Ennis. Y'all would do exactly what y'all did with Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez. Let's keep it a buck. All right. So I don't want to hear that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear none of that. Terence Crawford's legacy is solidified, bro, and people need to really stop hating on this dude. Now, do I think that he can beat Canelo at 168? No, I don't. I'm not going to sit here and lie about that either. I think that Canelo beats him at 168 pounds. But because of size, though, size matters. They have weight classes for a reason, and I just think that needs to be more respected. However, I still don't. That doesn't take away from the fact that this man's legacy is solidified. Terence Crawford has one of the best resumes, but for the problem is with you guys, y'all look at things. Y'all confuse talent with popularity. If a guy's not popular, then automatically y'all look at it like like they're a bum or something like that. And I don't even like to use the word bum in the sport of boxing, because I think anybody that steps in the ring to feed their family, you can't call them a bum. But y'all that's the way y'all look at it, and that's not right. It's not right at all. Terence Crawford has been in there with great guys: Victor Postal, Felix Diaz, Thomas Delorme. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on. I can keep Yuriorkis Gamboa. Who else? Bro, the dude had a knockout streak at 147, bro, and four or five of those guys that he fought at 147 had never even been knocked out before. Y'all don't want to give him credit for Jeff Horn, but Jeff Horn, even if you felt like Manny Pacquiao beat Jeff Horn, Manny Pacquiao didn't stop him, but guess what? Terence Crawford did. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Sean Porter, Kell Brook, not Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman didn't want to step in there with dude, but Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, y'all can throw, you know, y'all can throw shade at Terence Crawford all y'all want, but the facts are facts. Terence Crawford is solidified in a first ballot Hall of Famer, whether y'all like it or not. And a matter of fact, for anybody that feels like his career is disappointing, give me an example of somebody that's active that's career is not disappointing, and we can go back and forth. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?